Ho there! Come and see these rare and precious curios.
Went out screen.
Listen, let me tell you how it is.
Need another handsome sum today?
Ho there! Come and see these rare and precious curios.
To our success. Think you can last a round
Like
against
to
me?
make
Listen.
people smile.
Let me
Well.
tell you how it is.
I think that worked.
Need another handsome sum today?
We can try this again. And let me make sure we don't have...
Ho there! Come and see these rare and precious curios.
To our
shield mode. Okay. Should be good.
Need another
Listen.
handsome sum today?
Let me tell you how it is.
I don't know what I did, but I fixed it. Okay, good. So let me watch. Because I noticed I missed... Okay, wait, how do I see my...
Don't underestimate the Beetle. They can be some of the
Streaming
toughest
manager?
little guys around.
There we go.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Want to know what's on this Beetle's diet? Sweat and tears, that's what. That's how it gets stronger. I think we can all learn something from that.
I should be able to see if people, like, want me to hydrate and such.
Try your luck, Benny.
Oh, I can only get 5. Or can I get another one? Let's see. If I can get another one for the merchant. Okay, we might get dropped, but I need to make sure I don't have shield mode on. Because for some reason it was on yesterday. I don't know if Saribot put it on. Okay, it's off. Good, good.
Ancient alchemy, truly
Okay.
fascinating.
Okay, let's see if we can get another box from this guy. Oh shoot.
All I can think about
It's
is
got stuck.
Beetle.
Okay, can I... Oh cool, I can still get another one. I was afraid, like, I wasn't going to be able to. Have to remember to grab. Oh, it ends soon, isn't it? New characters this Tuesday, and is that when the you need a new TV? Welcome in, Gunny. What's wrong with your TV? Or are you watching this on your TV?
Mondstadt welcomes you.
Or you want to watch it on your TV? Maybe we will never know.
Welcome to Mondstadt.
I had a bunch. Let me see what achievements I have before we go back and Beetle fight. I'm excited to see who's there at the Beetle place. Go to challenge. We already fought the storyteller. I don't see the 5th one. So we beat him. We beat the child. Oh, well that sucks. Hopefully you can get a new one, a better one soon then.
Can't catch me.
So yes, it's Beetle fighting time. And Yunfei's here. Contestant with super OP gear is what her thing is. Let me know if I need to turn anything up or down.
So then, how's the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp coming along?
Great timing, Yamfei.
We'll put on
My
autos, I'll have to
savior!
keep clicking.
Oh, thanks for helping out with the permit. Oh, and for the sign with the epic artwork. Wait, I know that look. Are you, looking to flip some Beetle too?
Huh? Something wrong with that? I have a big client who does a lot of cross-border commerce. Anyway, she showered me with gifts once after I helped her win a huge lawsuit. And among them was a very special Oni Kabuto. I didn't know how to look after it at the time, so I got Granny to look after it for a while. It's looking pretty buff these days. Mind if I join in? You're not worried I'll cramp your style, are you?
We ought not dismiss your savior, Oni King. What she lacks in experience, she makes up for with one of the sturdiest built and most awe-inspiring Oni Kabuto I have ever seen.
You make me an offer I can't refuse. All right, time to send in the Oni King's right hand with Crimson Staff. I know my compadre will stay cool under pressure.
Oh boy, you betcha.
So it's me versus the Traveler? All right. I haven't quite got the hang of this game yet, so apologies in advance for any blunders.
Okay, we'll do focused fight, so then we can do utmost might. Present melee, combat strength, attacks with quakes. I guess we'll see. Wait! My glasses! Ow! Wait, how do I do this? Oh, Q. Okay. Whew. I have to get back into this. Yeah, I was gonna say. Ow. I just tanked that damage at the end. Thank you for the stretch, I can see that now. Oh wow! Exactly 1 minute!
Yamfei's Oni Kabuto is so strong! What is Madam Penguin feeding that thing?
See? Your savior's Oni Kabuto is a force to be reckoned with. But just like last time, when my generals threw you a few curveballs, the mightiest blade cannot slay its foe except in the hands of a skilled swordmaster.
Wise words, Grandmaster. Oh, okay. Good thing my compadre kept it together.
Wow, what a blast! I could get into this whole beetle battling thing. This is so much fun. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna stick around and play some more.
Yeah, whichever you want to do, Gunny. It doesn't matter. But on Twitch, you can use the emotes and stuff. Now her. Lon. She's part of the Adventurer Guild.
No, this makes no sense. How did you do that? My reputation is destroyed! It's like a bean to the heart.
He's allergic to beans, he can't have
with
them.
you, good sir.
What the? So polite.
So, been busy losing while we were away, Bullchucker?
I don't see it that way. Unless the bona fide Beetle Battle King is ready to give up now, he isn't lost to me yet. In battle and in life, it's normal to hit setbacks every once in a while. but a setback only turns into a failure if you make the decision to stop trying.
Word. Heck yeah! I ain't about to admit defeat yet.
Or
Still,
Bailey.
There's
I don't
nothing
know.
to be gained from constantly making excuses.
I don't know if she's
Don't
done
put all your
any
energy into
voice
talking
work in
garbage.
this.
Spend it on fighting a little harder instead.
Oh, burn.
Oni King, this brand of enemy doesn't seem to be your area of expertise. I advise you send in another of your generals and observe the duel in detail. Watching others do battle is also a crucial part of a warrior's training. Some skills one learns by doing, others one learns through observation.
Ah, good point, Grandmaster. And good timing, compadre. Oni King's right hand, I'm handing the fight over to you.
Oh.
Finally, it's your turn! Make it count, Traveler.
Alright, piece of cake.
So, I'm going head to head with the legendary Traveler. Guess I better look
The
sharp.
one in green? Nah. Not her. I don't know why they'd put her as, like, an NPC. Jet streams. Oh no. I forgot to do utmost might for the other one. We'll do that after this. Where are you going? Oh boy. Can we corner her? Maybe that's why they picked. Have to be careful with the stamina. Oh! We got one. One more. Should be fine even if we do like this. Yep, got him. You're amazing! Thanks for showing me how it's done. Why the heck is my elbow hurting so bad?
Nicely done.
I need like
You
a
beat
pillow
me.
here.
I'd go as far as to say that it's an honor to lose against the Traveler.
Ah, so that's how you do it. I never would have thought of that.
Yep, when you're up against a cunning enemy, you gotta get creative. When your tactics fail, you have to change your point of view. In our journeys far and wide, we often have to think on our feet. Clinging to old methods can never solve the problem, no matter how hard you try.
I think Shinobu said something like that once too. I guess there's something to it after all. But I'll mull it over some other time. Right now, my focus is on the task at hand. More beetle fighting!
More beetle fighting. Who's gonna be our final fight? Calamitous, Colossus, Count Crushmore. Oh, it's Guoba. Well, before we do that, we need to do this one. That is a pretty... Oh, that does a lot of damage. Nope, I did that way too soon. That was pretty easy. Okay. Just don't let it get any hits in. We're good. Exit. What else does she have to say? If she has anything to say. I'm fine, I'm good. Even legal experts on business to tend to every day, you know, which is just as well. When my fellow disciples are having their reunion, I'm going to be spending all my time... Oh. I'll eat my fill. Sleep. Okay. Jesus having a good time. this is the one, like, with the jet stream. Oops. Oh. Oh! Oh, started to do damage, but then I got it in time. We're okay. Oh! Okay. That wasn't too bad. Maybe Globa will be harder to win against. Count Crushmore's companion, god of cookery.
Hey, good to see everyone. How's it going? Having fun? Xiangling, Guava, you finally made it. Well, Bullchucker's certainly having a blast.
The day has finally come. Guoba-san, I've been training hard at the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp, and now I want to show you just how far I've come. And Crimson Staff, too. If my progress satisfies you, then please, teach me. Show me the way to communicate with Crimson Staff, Crystal Tornado, and all the shelled organisms of this world. Do that, and I swear, once I become the reigning champion of the beetle fighting world, I will build a mighty statue in your image at the Arataki Gang's beetle fighting headquarters.
Oh no.
What the? Guoba-san got a brand new Oni Kabuto.
That does not look normal.
It doesn't.
It appears to be not a typical Oni Kabuto shell, but one built of resilient wood. Is it wearing a suit of armor?
Oh
We told
no.
Granny all about your Oni Kabuto boot camp. It really piqued her interest when she heard that Guoba was getting a disciple. As it turned out, a friend of hers had made a whole bunch of gardening and landscaping machines to look after the silk flowers on the terrace. They're called bloom pruners.
The bloom pruner can transform into the shape of any creature to blend into its environment. Squirrels, butterflies,
So they're
finches,
cheating?
you name it. And of course, Oni Kabuto too. So, Master gave Guoba a bloom pruner and got it to take the form of an Oni Kabuto so it can battle against you.
Sounds
That's
like a
pretty
cheater.
high-tech for a gardening appliance. Xiangling's master is Madame Ping, so Madame Ping's friend... Aha! Of course!
Zip it, don't spoil it.
No machine can compare to a real live Oni Kabuto warrior.
Was that Cloud
Did Guoba-san
Retainer?
pick a dumbed-down enemy on purpose so we can showcase all our awesome skills?
You may be wise to temper your optimism, Oni King. My beetle senses are failing to detect this Oni Kabuto's might. Or perhaps... it's too profound for me to fathom.
It's not even alive. There's nothing for you to sense. Anyway, Guoba-san may possess limitless power, but a warrior needs to be one with his weapon. The bond between Oni Kabuto and trainer is forged through blood, sweat, and tears, not wood, mesh, and gears. Crimson Staff and I are like glove and fist. Let's get this duel going. It's time for Guoba-san to witness my true potential once and for all.
No, they ate the crabs. That's why they were grabbing crabs. They were gonna eat it. Holy crap. Okay. An all-around developed Oni Kabuto-shaped machine, extremely powerful in combat at all ranges, can attack with consecutive earthquakes, and can attack with various electro attacks. Enhanced resistance to interruption, medium movement speed. Oh boy. Look at its legs when it moves. I can't make it go back. Oh, there we go. how's it going? Oh, get back. What did he just do? We are having a very intense Beetle battle. Yes! Oh, it's gonna shock me. Ultra Instinct, yeah. Yeah, it's going. For me too.
Whoa, Bullchucker sure made short work of the Bloom Pruner.
I won! Victory is mine! With my trusty Crimson Staff, I have defeated the mighty Guobasan! Whew. Alrighty then. The moment I've been waiting for. Guobasan, if I have earned your recognition, I humbly ask you to teach me the ways of shelled organism communication. Huh? Guobasan, you look pleased? But you just lost to me in battle. Does this mean you're proud of me for my swift progress? Oh, shucks. I don't know what to say. You're too kind, Guobasan. Oh, you're just being modest. I know you were going easy on me.
It looks like Guoba's all warmed up now. The Bloom Pruner is ready to operate at full power.
Guoba, remember the plan? In this round, we want to increase the Bloom Pruner's power output from 0.1% to 1%. Any higher and you'll risk knocking Itto's Onikabuto out cold. Okay, there it is. Paimon knew something was up.
That's nothing.
As I feared, we have barely scratched the surface.
Wait, hold on a minute. 1/10 of 1%? As in 0.1%? As in 1/1000th? You've gotta be kidding me. All that was just 1/1000th of its top power?
Guoba's a little confused. You did say you wanted to train your Onikabuto to defeat Crystal Tornado, correct?
I thought it would go without saying given the size. The Bloom Pruner has to shift rocks the size of casserole dishes, so obviously it has to be pretty strong. Even then, Crystal Tornado is bigger still. It dwarfs me and Guoba, and it's even taller than you!
That's impossible! If we were talking, twice as strong as the last fight, I think I'd have a shot. 10 times as strong, and we're already looking at losing most, if not all, of the time. About 1,000 times stronger? Who am I kidding? It's hopeless.
When your tactics fail, you have to change your point of view.
Is that how he hears them?
Far and wide, we often have to think on our feet. Clinging to old methods can never solve the problem, no matter how hard you try.
Of
I saw it
course,
shiny.
Guoba-san. This is what you've been trying to tell me all along. I gotta study mechanics. Then build a suit of armor for Crimson Staff that'll take his abilities to a whole new level. Or maybe, heck, I could build a bigger, stronger mechanical Onikabuto, piloted by Crimson Staff under my direction.
An Onikabuto piloting a mechanical Onikabuto? How do you expect to pull that off? Does that even still count as a Beetle battle?
I believe in Itto.
Seeing the power of Bloom Pruner has made me realize something. There's a natural limit to Onikabuto's strength. People have tried to tell me this before. Shinobu, the Grandmaster, especially Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon. Admitting defeat is shameful, but not even trying to mix up your tactics one time? That's just plain stupid. Guoba-san has shown me a new path. Mechanically modified Onikabuto. With this new technique in my arsenal, size will be no obstacle to me and my valiant Beetle warriors as we set out to beat Crystal Tornado once and for all.
Looks like Guoba's not too sure about all that.
Mechanics, huh? I'd have to get my master to see if her friend would be willing to help. She's the expert.
Did you say expert? Please, Guoba-san, Chef-sama, my savior, introduce me.
Uh-huh. Thinking of becoming the second Arataki gang member to study in Liyue, are you, boss?
Ah, Shinobu, when'd you get back?
Time's up. We spent our last mora on these boat
Oh,
tickets.
no.
And if we don't get to the harbor pronto, they'll go to waste.
Give me a minute, okay? We're in the middle of an extremely important discussion here.
Yeah, I heard. I was actually very pleased to hear the suggestion of you doing some sort of studying coming out of your own mouth. I have some relevant experience, so I can write a little booklet to get you started. But unfortunately, studying in Liyue is very expensive. The Arataki gang's typical expenditures are a drop in the ocean by comparison. So, what do you intend to do about it?
It'll be fine. I'll work like a horse when I get back to Inazuma. I know what I'm getting into here, all right? I got it all planned out in my head. It's not like I've never gotten paid work before. Soon as I get earning, we'll all have cash for the burning. And don't think for 1 second I'll be abandoning you or the rest of the Arataki gang neither. I ain't the kind of head honcho that runs off to go study and leaves his gang behind. If we're gonna study, we do it as a team. Once I've got enough mora for everyone's tuition fees, the whole Arataki gang is coming to Liyue. We'll study together, learn some epic new skills together, and come out the other side as the stronger, smarter, invincible Arataki gang.
You're saying all of the right things. Who are you and what have you done with Boss?
Wow, Bullchucker! Those were some bold words! You better make sure you follow through.
Arataki Itto is a man of his word.
Of course, I still need to iron out some deets in terms of what kind of work I can get and how much I can rake in per day, but yeah.
In that case, Oni King, I'll stay here in Liyue. Firstly, this will enable me to follow up with Chef-sama and discuss our study plans in detail. Secondly, now that word of the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp has begun to spread, I'll be able to scout for talented warriors and continue optimizing the Oni Kabuto training diet. Also, if the Oni King's right hand and sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon wish to continue battling, or analyze the battle so far, I'll be here to support them.
Awesome! Good thinking, Grandmaster! Okay, standard procedure applies. I'll let your grandpops know what you're up to so we won't worry about you. Man, I am so pumped to see what you'll have for us next time I see you.
I do need to make one thing clear, though. I can't promise that we'll be able to talk an Adeptus into taking you on as students. Yenvei and I will do our best, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
The great master of whom you speak boasts a skill others can only dream of. Their pride and prestige don't faze us. The important thing is that I, on behalf of the Oni King and the Arataki gang, can find a way to show them we're serious and sincere in our quest to master the mechanical arts. So I'll need to do some research to find out what kind of gift we should offer if we're to be seen as worthy of learning the mysteries behind the manufacture of the bloom pruner.
Boss, we gotta leave right now or we're not gonna make it in time.
All right, I guess this is it.
Traveler, Paimon, Yenfei-senpai, Miss Xiangling, Guoba, you've all been a huge help to Boss with this Beetle battle event. I really can't thank you enough. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude. I hope you can find some use for it in your future endeavors.
Wow, you got us a gift! Thanks, Shinobu. You're so thoughtful.
The time has come. Adios, compadre. See ya, sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Goodbye, Guoba-san and Chef-sama. And farewell, my savior. I'll be back real soon. I promise. We'll meet again.
La 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 la. Don't make promises you can't keep, Bullchucker. It's good to have ambitions, but don't let yourself get carried away in the heat of the moment. Do what Shinobu tells you. Be realistic about what you can achieve, and make sure you pace yourself. But of course, if everything works out, Paimon can't wait to see Crimson Staff driving a ginormous mechanical Oni Kabuto the next time we meet.
Okay, sorry, I had to put an extra pair of socks on and use my inhaler. Are we not gonna fight this? This was the whole reason why we were here. What did she? She got me instant ramen? See you around. I need to fight, yeah. Fight them again. Wait, so Gunny, you said your TV broke, did you, like, break it, or did it just, like, get old? Alright. The hardest battle. I should not have done that. Nope. Oh! What the heck's that noise? Maybe it's Tucker. Okay. Holy crap. Oh shoot, I did not see that. Is that gonna kill it? Yeah. Said online, insignias only last 7 to 10 years. Oh. Oh, it is Tucker trying to get out. Go, BB. Go, go. You little turd. Well, how long did yours last? Well, that was a pretty quick, event. I'll have to see today's commission. Oh. Let's get all of our stuff. I guess we can, I need to see which character stories I haven't finished. Alright. Also gotta do this real quick. I like that now you don't have to do commissions every day if you do, like, events or anything. Oh man, I got some really nice fitted sheets. They're bamboo. They help with, like, heat and stuff, so, like, they're cooling sheets. And they've really helped with me, like, overheating and all that crap.
Arataki numero
Yeah,
uno
but I
Itto
mean,
here
I
in the
think
flesh.
7 to 10, isn't that kind of a long time in, like, the world of technology? What's the usual time when, like, technology changes so much? I mean, it sucks, but I can also see, like you said, you understand why. Okay. Okay, so we have Yoimiya's, Fiorina's, oh, man, the other day, is it only them 3? We can continue. I guess we can continue hers. But what's this? Oh well. Okay, so for Furina was the Archon. It's a very long story, but like she acted in place of the Archon. And then they found out, no, she's not actually an Archon. So this is after that. And she's a big fan of, like, theater, blah, blah, blah. And especially since, for the last, like, 500 years, she pretended she was the Archon. Yeah, we'll try here. So, currently, they're trying to, like, I don't know. She agreed to help some group with their theater.
Squall and Fury. The wind rises. Yeah.
Oh, go inside somewhere. Isn't this her house? Or is this someone else's house? Oh, it's like the theater.
Huh? Lady Farina?
I'm kind of sad I didn't
What's
get her
Lady
when she
Farina
had her
doing
banner.
here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Lady... Miss Farina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Finding an actress was the least of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human, and sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately,
Little
this was as
Mermaid.
far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script.
but the deadline's passed and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's
Why
death
is my
pretty
mic
hard. Hasn't set
picking
foot in the
stuff up
city
and not
since.
doing anything?
He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
Maybe it's my breathing that's picking up.
What do you mean?
I'll move away.
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago, said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson? Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
New to me. I had not... After finishing the Archon quest, I didn't do a whole bunch of, like, the characters in Fontaine. Actually, before we do that, let me... Nope, wrong button. We'll fight a boss, so then it, like, resets as we're... I was working on him. Oh, now I know why I didn't like working on him. Because of this thing. Jeez, one sec. I need more pus on my inhaler. The usual dose wasn't enough. Okay. It's
Too
in
slow.
here, right? I'm so bad at figuring out where the heck to go.
Behold!
There it is, but let me change him out.
Who ate a poisonous
Okie doke.
Enshroud! Yeah. I'll uproot you!
Kamisato Arc. Suiyu, be still.
Bam! Who wants some of this? Let's roll!
Let's grab one of these. Or two of them.
Lightning Sheriff!
One with the force. Yeah. Oh. Rah. hear everything.
The depth's back.
Can't see?
I wish you could replay quests, but they don't allow you to do that.
Stand with me!
And Shroud!
Get him to. There we go. Okay, it gave me 3 of those. Okay. Now we'll continue that side quest. In the place. Under the, you make no saving.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
Alright. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Farina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Farina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Got it.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so
yes, I will in a second.
Right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
So, you know, like I said, Fiorina was the Archon. The Archon, not Archon. And this place, Poisson, it started to flood with specific water called the Primordial Sea, and if a Fontanian touched it, they would, like, disappear. They vanished. So, as this was flooding, people that got, you know, if they touched the water, they ended up disappearing, dying. So, a bunch of people here lost it, and they blame Fiorina because... So there's Archons, and then there are... So the Archons are kind of like gods of the whatever. But then there's another group of beings above them. And those beings, they wanted a prophecy to come into place where, you know, people die, blah, 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 blah. But the Archon, Fiorina, or Folklores did not want that. And so she split off from, like, Fiorina. And that's why Fiorina was not able to do anything, because she needed to trick the primordial beings. So anyways, they still blame her, even though it's not her fault, because they ended up saving the rest of Fontaine, because Fontaine completely flooded, and if her, Folklore, and
The criteria
Nouvelle
for certificate
didn't,
exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to
didn't
is
like
whether
do
you are willing
anything,
to put
that
in the
like
time.
the whole thing would have
If you
died,
study and
because
practice, then it's
everybody
really not all
was
that
actually Oceanids. But Nouvelle was able to make them human, because he now has the power, like, he has his dragon whatever power back, that because all the Archons stole from the dragons, but Folklore gave him his power back. Where is he?
Huh?
Oops. Him. Gave him his power back, so he was able to, save them. But, like,
Just let me
okay,
know if you
so,
ever
like...
find yourself in a pinch.
Oops. I just
can help you
completely
out.
moved my window.
Huh?
So the reason why Navia was like that was because, like, her two bodyguards, best friends, ended up dying also trying to save the regular citizens from this water flooding. And people still hate Fiorina, even though she couldn't do anything, and did the best she could. Hopefully that somewhat explains it, but that's why. But Navia understands, even though... What did you hear? What did you hear? Like, what was the last thing you heard? I guess, okay, to sum it up, this place flooded with water that would kill Fontanians from this land. A lot of people died because it started a flood. Some people close to Navia, the girl with the yellow, her friends died. Everybody blames. Oh my goodness, you're gonna make me go over it all again. Okay. My goodness, you're gonna get timeout in chat.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
It is. It was a really good Archon story for this. Like, Sumeru and definitely this are my favorites so far. Like, they've been, like, each time a new nation comes out, they do a good job. Like, they just do better than the one before. I'm sure some people didn't buy Navia's line.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Maybe you've taken on a bit too much in one go.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Tucker? No.
There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Uh-oh. They're not staying quiet either.
Probably time we made a move.
Oh, Tucker, buddy.
How
Why are
about
you
we check
climbing
out
up here?
Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
I don't have food for you up here, baby. And you climbing up me is not gonna make me get you food. Climb up the ship. Can't she just wear a cloak or something? Wouldn't that be a bit more suspicious? Too late now anyways. Oh boy, Tucker, now I can't see chat. You almost made me fall.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while. But then the floodwaters finally came. And the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. Tucker? Oh, geez, now he's trying to get the mic. Ow! He bit my nose! Buddy, no biting! No biting! Yeah, I don't know. She's pretty recognizable. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure that would help. Like her eyes, I mean, she has two different colored eyes.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone.
Not sure if they have that there.
Throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities. and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Think of your freedom as your reward.
A reward?
Because now you can finally speak your heart and you don't have to be anguished and alone.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide
No, Tucker.
in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
No, they didn't get wiped out. And if she didn't let them get wiped out, then the whole Fontaine would have been. So it was a... Excuse me. Yeah. What Paimon meant to say was she doesn't like seeing you so down.
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Because if she would have, like, said, hey, look, I'm just a stand-in for the actual Archon, then that would have messed everything up, because then people would be like, where's the Archon? It's kind of hard to explain. Didn't I do the, did I play it on my own, or did I stream it? I can't remember. I'll have to look through my YouTube streams and see if I streamed any of them. I need to put
for certificate exams
my
are straightforward enough.
YouTube
What it
things
really
into
comes down to is whether you are willing to
playlist.
put in the
I have a
time.
couple I put into the
If you study
playlist.
and practice, then it's really not all that difficult.
Let's see, where's the water? If I can dive into water. Oh, never mind. Let's try here. Oh, it's not deep enough. Never mind. If you get in a deep enough water, you can, like, actually dive. Dog!
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
No. It would be lie to them and let them all die. No. It would be lie to them and save their lives, or tell them the truth and them all die.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
She had the lie for the plan to work.
Put your differences aside for a moment.
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too. Like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned
Other way
earlier
around.
that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis.
Uh-oh.
Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret.
Over there.
The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
Animism?
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
Oh no.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me.
It's not a competition.
Well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aureli.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away.
Oh, no.
She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aureli. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Vilmo.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
You said the Corpse Bride. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Why is he in the middle of nowhere?
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
You know, before we go up there, let's not. Why, Gunny, are you okay?
Oh. As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into Indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway.
Yeah, she doesn't have a vision yet.
As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded
What were
so
they saying?
smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
This doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense?
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a thread here. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Please help us out, would you?
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Farina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
They're not used to walking
Don't worry,
too much.
piece of cake.
Oh, jeez.
One with the forest.
Let's roll! Bam!
Out of my way! Our bond is strong.
Oh, keep getting stuck.
I'll uproot you!
Okay, enjoy your food.
Let's roll! Oni coming through! Ha! 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 Cha! Ha! Ka! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
I don't know how to do this. Do I just fight all these?
can't see.
Attaboy! Cha!
Dissipate.
Bam!
Okay, so I did that. Where to next? I have 2 left.
All right, new toys for the boys.
Move? What?
Are you sure it has to be me?
Dual streaming? I know. Welcome in, director. How's it going?
Take it and have fun.
Okay. So I did this? Am I good with this one? Yeah, there's 1 left. Okay. It's going.
I'll lead the way.
Same. I don't know if we'll kill it. Well, I guess I should kill a dog because I need that. Need his parts.
Mind the deluge.
Rah!
Shoot. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die if I mess this up. Heal me.
Dissipate.
Okay. Why? I'm so confused. Okay. Enter. Enter. Okay. Enter. So I have to wait until, like, I almost fall. Okay. It's okay. No! Let's try this again. Okay, and then I have to... Okay, we're good.
Why is there a chest here?
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I supposed to be? Oh, right, we're trying to figure out where the guy went. This is his little house, apparently. Interesting.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
I can explain.
Helping?
We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like their little
So, you think
voice
knowing
lines
the truth
about chess.
the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Uh-oh, I think he was also in love with her.
Avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh! Just makes
Listen,
you very
Vimo,
suspicious.
I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one.
I will be right back. Did I? Wow, it sounded like I unplugged something. Apparently I didn't. Okay. Who knows what I dropped on the floor. My baby nephew woke up. I had to grab something for them.
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Induces a state of euphoria, but also causes significant harm to the body.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
Your mistake gave him a motive to kidnap and murder her.
I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us?
Oh, no,
What do you mean? You were afraid. This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. in my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
I would
Get out of
not
my
tell him
sight.
that.
Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Hey, there you are, dudes! Welcome in. I'm sure you are great at it. You're the #1 Genshin player. We're gonna do this. Oh! Okay. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Why are these kids dressed so provocatively? None of the ones on my team are kids!
Smells like something good is inside.
None of these are kids on my team. else was I doing? Oh, right. No, I wasn't doing that. They look like it, though? If you say so. But look! I guess I am shorter than him. So she. He's not. Neither is he. I can't keep him as my walk-around character, though, because he has, like, an idle animation where he, like, is sipping on a drink. But the noise bothers me, so I can't. Itto is not allowed to be out. Okay. This poor guy.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
What is that?
So,
Melusine?
This is all
I think they're called?
O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see.
Excuse me. They're actually, they're actually in, like, European folklore. Sometimes they are there. About Paimon? Yeah. Yeah, they said it has changed a lot.
Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vashey's guilt.
And she's not a child. She's like 500 years old, so...
It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Yeah. They've also changed some other people's voices. Like, Barbara was the same way.
Her handwriting
She
here
used to
gets
sound very
patchier
depressed.
and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
She's like 500 years old. She was put in a state of, like, immortality, but now she's back to being human, so she can die now. More depressed voice actors. It's funny because the character, Barbara, she's like, she's a nun who wants to be part of, like, a idol singing group. So it's funny when she was, like, sounding depressed. Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was it yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching. But what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry I can write no more. Yeah. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than... Cressy? The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose I think that anything goes so long as experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees us, troops safe. I, them important. Please, farewell, apologize, life, perform, feature, regret, Cleo. Yeah. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of a newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and this was the personal notebook of artistic director Arle. Lie.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her and had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Lyrics continue, however, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the full note are 2 new lines Orale has written, in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
Is this Genshin
So
Impact?
she
Yes, it
didn't
is.
regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration,
It is.
and love. And she truly deserved it.
I have it downloaded on my PS5, and like, I can continue it on. Like, I can continue it on each system. It's like cross save and everything.
Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
O'Reilly is her name. Okay. You're so cute. Don't get any ideas now. You know, you said that. Now I'm gonna have to go look around. Oh. Okay, I can only go into that one room. Let me see. Tucker's, like, trying to get in. Let me see what he's doing. Tucker, buddy, come in. I don't want you sitting on me. Please. Ow. Getting caught up in my wires.
Can't catch me.
Back to the theater. Oh, can I buy stuff from here? Tucker, I just said I did not want you climbing on me. That's what you're trying to do. They won't give me anything. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Very good boy, but you need to not climb up me. Okay, never mind. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance. To make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Hi, Tucker.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Farina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Are we gonna do it in the court?
Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
I don't think Nubula is gonna mind.
I'll take your silence as a yes.
He didn't look so sure.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on, we'll need to get the go-ahead from Nerilette. I know just where to find him.
Yay. He's one of my favorites. I'm glad I was able to get him. I'm trying to close something because Tucker was trying to get in and destroy it. Okay. Wait. I'm so confused. How does this work? How do I close this? Like that? It's like a puzzle putting some... like closing boxes now. Alright. Let's go talk to the Udix. Why is he not inside?
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just...
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
Share the story of little Oceanin with...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
Thanks, dude. Good night. Catch you tomorrow.
In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalette.
You are very welcome. Many people were once enthralled by Lady Farina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
Okay, return to the rehearsal location and assist with the rehearsal. Which is here.
Good news, everyone! It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Nervalette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation?
Wow, Paimon.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing. Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
What is that noise I heard in the background?
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage.
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Farina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's parts by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart, despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure. She never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Don't they need that outfit? Or is she just gonna do it in this outfit? Apparently she's just gonna do it in this outfit. I thought she was gonna make on a different costume. But nope. Oh, okay, I'll look after this, Gunny.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here.
She's not coming.
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis, serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté, et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Thanks for the Prime sub, Maze. I appreciate it.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now.
She does have a vision
But she
now.
just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on!
Oh, so it was Farina after all.
She's back!
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your
The group,
contributions
except
to
for
go
you.
unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you may be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
That. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Why can't I move? Oh, there we go. Okie doke.
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
What do you have to say?
Did anyone see where Miss Farina went? Oh, I want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
I wasn't expecting such an incredible performance from an amateur troupe. They didn't seem out of place on the big stage at all.
Yeah.
It's an Animals? Yeah, I'll make sure I look at it.
The performance in general felt very believable. Hit all the right emotional notes. I think it'll stay with me for a while.
Okay. Higher? Do I have to go? I'm so confused. Or do I have to leave? Oh, I leave. Okay. I was like, why does it want me to go up higher? There's nowhere else to go. Oh. I love all those little ones. They're so cute. Okay. Back to here. Tucker, you better not wake Loki up. I do not want him waking up yet. Oh, no climbing.
Ah, you're back.
Wait, this is her house?
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Farina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
It's like how Hatham and Cobb.
So, any plans
Time
for
on
the
eyes.
next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
Oh no.
After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Farina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself.
Just
So,
do.
Maybe the
thought she
show
was
will go on for me after all.
Just do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help, this show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
I don't know. I don't have a vision. I'm not human.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
Okay, let's... Who are you?
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Oh, the other guy completely left.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe.
It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Okay. I don't know how to get out of here. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought I was stuck. Well, that's it for her quest. That's probably... Oh my goodness, where I'm gonna end it tonight. Because I'm getting really tired. We'll shoot for Tuesday for me to stream again. So hopefully I'll feel okay by Tuesday. Animals, you want me to look before I go? I see a kiwi. Oh, wait. I've heard that. What they think they actually sound like. It's kind of creepy. I saw a video on that.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Thanks for posting those. Thanks for being here,
Abyssal.
everybody.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
We'll raid Shrekian because he's playing Alan Wake. And I love Alan Wake. I still want to play the second one. It's weird? Yeah, it's really weird. So thanks for being here on
Thank
Twitch
you for
and on
completing
YouTube.
today's commissions.
I'll keep you all updated. Good night. Have a good night and good rest of the weekend, everybody. And I'll catch you next time.